Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday of our online learning. I read through some of your comments on the do nows on Wednesday, and a bunch of them I could just hear your voices in my ears. And I have to tell you, I miss you very, very much. I miss being in the classroom. I just miss a bunch of different stuff, but I'm also incredibly grateful. You guys did an amazing job on Wednesday. The majority of you did all of your work like you were supposed to, and you will see that I put grades already in the grade book. Um, if you have comments or questions, you can email me and put different things in there. It's a journey for all of us. I just, on a personal, I just want to tell you that we're having all my kids are home, and my daughter is coming on um, Saturday. We're bringing her home from school, and then my husband's home as well. So we're all here all at once. Probably will hear my dog barking at some point in time because that's what she does. And she's a bit naughty, but if she gets into packages. But anyway, yeah, I just want to tell you that I miss you very, very, very much. So as we begin, I just thought I'd also touch base with you and tell you that we are beginning these lessons slow. We're trying to make sure that everybody gets the rhythm down of the day. That's really our target and what the teachers are doing. So what we're looking at in here is that we will be doing a do now in the beginning. And the do now will have in there the objective. I've heard back from you that some of you want to know exactly like how we're targeting this. The objective will be in the do now. There'll be a video of some kind. There always will be some kind of video, me telling you something, what's going on. And then it might even be just a little bit of me doing telling you that we're not going to have a video. There would be a video about, but not necessarily a lesson that day because we'll be working out problems. Today's lesson, what we're going to be working on is just going back, and we're going to be doing some quizzes. We're going to look at the quizzes online, which should be sent out to you. That's our homework assignment. The homeworks for geometry are in general going to be due on Monday and on Wednesday at 8 a.m. So that leaves Tuesday and Friday for us to work out problems if you need to in the Google chat. So if you have questions, that's a great place to be able to chat. If you have comments that you would like to share with your friends, or maybe with more than one people, don't share it on the Google chat. But I highly encourage you to work in groups. You know, we talk about that a lot. So today, the online Google quiz that you'll be, or excuse me, the quizzes that you'll be working on will be, you'll be looking at this like, didn't we do this before? Well, yeah, we did. We're just kind of like getting our bearings and putting things all together. We'll begin new material next week and rolling out different things, but right now we're just getting everybody familiar with what's going on. Really, that's our main goal. So you will see a do now. There'll be a date. There'll be by completing the do now, it tells me that you're in the class. The online Google form tells the online check-in thing tells the administration that you're here, which is really what we want. And then we want them to know that you're here as well. And then I'll put attendance into PowerSchool based off from both of those two things. Any questions, though, really can be addressed in the 30-minute period between 12:30 and 1. So I know that you guys are checking in with other classes and doing different things along the way. But if you find that you have some time and you need to question me about problems, you can do it anytime between 8 and 2 LAM. You know, you put 7 o'clock. That's not happening. It'll be 8 o'clock. I don't know about you, but I am enjoying sleeping in just a little bit each day. So we are, yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing in here. So today, I'm just going to, I thought I would just talk to you face to face. I'm not super excited about being on camera, but I thought maybe you would want to see my face. I like seeing and hearing your voices. But here's what I'm going to do. So I have my lovely whiteboard. that I put together and brought home with my supplies. So I'm going to put a couple problems on here just to refresh your memory, and then I'm going to set you loose to be able to work on the Google quizzes. Now, if you are like, Miss, I totally got this parallelogram thing and this triangle thing down, totally know what's going on, go ahead. Go ahead and go right on to the quizzes from there. I'm not going to give you any more information except for doing practice problems that are on here. I will tell you this, that I expect you to be 80% or more. And then if you do 80% or more, you'll get a 10 on the assignment. Okay? You can go back in and do it again, and I'll take your best score. All right. So if you'd like to hang around and just have a little bit more questions about the parallelogram. So when we're doing parallelograms in here, parallelograms are like, oh, can you believe it? My marker died. So here's my parallelogram. I got a new one from my box. Here's my parallelogram that I have on here. So when we're looking in here, you can see that it's not on the slant. So we want to look for our base and our altitude. So those are the two things that we want to look on here, our base and our altitude. So when we do that, you'll see that we're looking for our right triangle section. We're just looking for that right triangle section. So this is, we're going to multiply these two numbers together. So let's say that this 8 and this is 10, then our area is 8 times 10, which is 80 units squared. See, 80 units squared. Very simple. So if we had a different one in here where we were looking at in here, where our parallelogram is very slanted, very, very slanted. So we're looking at it very slanted. We can have our outside line going down here. So that's our altitude, even though it's outside of here. So if this was 4 and our base was 5, our altitude connects these two together, but we only want this value right here and this height. So we have 4 times 5, just 20 units squared. So even though it's outside, it's very far away, it's okay. All right, so they're going to be just seeing a couple problems. There's like 15 of these, and you can go through these rather quickly if you just need a refresher. This is a parallelogram. We can also have a rectangle if we want it in here, but we have in here our right angle symbol is right here, so we're looking at that this is our altitude and this is our base. We're still using our right angle symbol to be able to help connect those two together. Okay, should be a refresher. You should be all set with this. All right, now triangles. So we have a triangle in here. We have our triangle that we're putting in here. So we have down here, we have our altitude in the middle of our triangle. So remember, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. 1/2 the base times the height. That's our area. So whatever we're looking for, our right angle symbol right here, it could be a right triangle. So we have our side, our altitude, and our base right here. But if we're looking at this, this is 4 and this is 5. So it's 1/2 4 times 5, which is 1/2 of 20, which is 10 units squared. If we're looking up here at this example right here, and this value right here is, we'll say 12, and this one down here is 6. We have area is 1/2 of 12, 6, which will give us 36. So that's it. We're just looking at these values that we're putting in here. So I could put together a presentation on this or go back into the other one, but I thought that the better way to go would be to just give you the video, just use my whiteboards and just go from here to get you settled. Again, this is the format. You'll have a do now. And in the do now, you'll find your objective. You'll find when the homework is due will be put in there, and the answer will be put, the In there, it'll be like, what is the homework, just like we do on our first screen that we usually have. And then we'll be going into the second part where we will be, you'll have a video, and then you'll have an assignment, and there'll be a time when we can work on more problems as well. And the assignment will be due way far out, which gives you other times to be able to check for questions. Okay? Yeah, so that's about it. I'm praying for your families. I'm hoping that you're praying for mine. Talk to you later. Bye.